Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 462 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast, coming to you live on 97.9 FM CHSR, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. My name is Brad Odell. With me, as always, is this giddy guy over here.
Your legendary king of paintball. And I'm just so darned happy to be back and actually have a solid connection to gush about the last 2 weeks of paintball I've had. Because that was the beginning of a real long drive for myself and the Prince of Paintball. But first, let's do some business.
Let's get that out of the way. Some business.
Let's talk about our sexy partners, like Ntensity Customs, who puts the clothes, most of the clothes on my back when I'm out falling.
I'm so.
You forgot the jersey again. You are.
I know. It's been a week. It's been a week, man. It's been a week.
Yeah, I get you. But Ntensity Customs, if you have not looked at the stuff that they have on their website or gone to their tent, they've got a great deal going right now. If you bring a friend to Adrenaline, you can go see our friends at the Intensity tent. Did you not see that?
Yes, I seen that. If you at Adrenaline, I forget the dates, but Intensity is hooked up with them, and
we'll get the dates, and we will.
If you are an experienced player and you bring a new player, they get free gear. Free rental gear. Sorry, they get free rental gear, and you, as the experienced player, get a free T-shirt of one that is in stock. So you can go to the tent and you can say, "Hey, I'd like a T-shirt," and I highly recommend the Maritime Paintball Podcast shirt that you can get.
It is a really nice shirt.
Excuse me. Yes, it is.
Also, Northern Hydration, our hydration system partner, which I. Again, cannot recommend that stuff enough. It is a godsend to have on the field when you're sweaty. You just hammer one of those back, and it is a complete hydration system, which gives you all that good stuff in you to keep you going in the run of your day. You can use, is it Maritime PB?
Maritime PB10 saves you 10% off of your order from Northern Hydration at drinknorthern.com.
Now, of course, I've got Cat's gear on me because we love Cat, but Moncton Paintball. There's a reason I left them for last, because they've got some really sexy stuff coming, and that's already happened. They've updated the field. It's beautiful out there. I got a quick gander at it like the night before I left, and I told the boys that I was almost sad that I wasn't gonna be here this weekend to play on it. But I'm back this weekend, so I'm gonna get to play a little bit, which will be fun. But they've got a beautiful field. It's my home. The King's Forest are at the back. You can always go and find a good time when you're out there. It's the only,
absolutely,
of all the fields we've played, it's the only one that I've seen kind of with that amount of stuff in such a small space. And
it's fantastic. And the hyperball field that they set up.
The hyperball field. Thank you.
Beautiful. It is very short. It is very small, height-wise. So if you're used to massive, tall airball bunkers, you're prep your knees, because you're going to be kneeling a lot. So, but it's great. It's fantastic. I had a ton of fun playing on it. It played so well. Those hyperball tubes are fantastic. I love them so much.
We got the Last Man Standing. We've got a mech ball tournament coming up on the 26th. Which is going to be just amazing, because that'll go. We were talking about this, Brad and I, earlier. I was toiling in the Royal Armories, and I found the one that, that one marker that you had that you loved. I don't care what it is. We all had one. It's not your first one. It's probably like your second or third. It's that one that you picked up and you put a bunch of money into, and it isn't that great, but you love it anyways. You know the one, Brad. Brad has one, I'm sure. I don't think it's that damn mini either, but was it the damn mini, that orange mini?
I love that
thing was fun. For me, he's close at hand. It's the marker that made me a king. My A5. I was so shocked that it fired. I'm not shocked that it fired, but straight as an arrow, I'm going to be using this just for giggles, because this thing and I had a lot of fun. And on that hyperball field, it's going to be dope. But oh God, it's been so long, and I've just lost it all, like in the span of like 10 seconds, all the things that had going through my head. And my mouth breathing again. Goodness.
Nope.
Better not be.
Nope, you're not.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. Go do your thing. We're getting kicked. I think we're finally getting asked to stop coming to the radio station. Brad has to step away for a couple seconds. I'm throwing stuff around the house.
No.
So
I'll be back in a minute.
He's got to go do something. He needs to poop. They've now left me unattended on the radio. This is the absolute worst thing that he's ever done on 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton, New Brunswick. So I get to tell everybody that 2 weeks ago, I was able to make it out to Adrenaline for Canadian Legends. And I've yet to really properly thank Barno and thank Greg and all those folks at Adrenaline for an amazing weekend. It was hot, but I have not seen a field quite like this where they have a giant castle and they have mounds and a beautiful woods in the back where you can just go through a scenic stroll through the woods and like look on the bottom and look around for stuff during the missions. Anyways, the facilities were just top notch. And I didn't even get to play on their airball. It was really, real nice. The stream didn't get taken down when the marker was on. No. Oh, look at that. It's Thomas Bork. How you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you. Brad was going on his knees on the hyper. Yeah, well, he's a ginger. You know what he's like. Yes, an emergency poop. Anyways, I'm reading the chat for those on the radio who aren't paying, who are kind of wondering what the hell I'm going on about. CPX put on a really, really cool event. The little mini missions were a lot of fun. The people that were there were like the best of the best when it came to everybody was there just to have a good time. They came out to play. They played hard. Like nobody half-assed it. They wanted to shoot. There was a little bit of something for everybody. Your speedballers were able to go in and just send the paint. The sneaky lads who wanted to do sneaky stuff and do missions, there was lots for them to do. The shit disturbers, people like me who wanted to just amble through the field and kind of look around and see some cool stuff. Did you seriously leave all that time to go poop and then come back and cough in the mic? Animal.
No, I had to go sign paperwork.
Oh, she makes you a sign now. That's even better. She wants to have you just so she can get a hold of you.
No, it was just the door was locked.
No, that's, dude, not even funny.
There's
not
a security
even funny.
door to the station.
You could have been funny. Like nothing. Cliff, nobody argued with refs. Nobody did. The refs were all really awesome, which was fun because after we partied at Legends, most of them were playing at NME last weekend, which if you are somebody who enjoys airball, if you like speedball and you put together a team, I am telling you, go and play with Enemy. Go out there, get into that Gunfighter series. Holy mac, that was some of the best players I've seen. These guys were wild, and they played their asses off, which kind of brought me to the conclusion that I am not built for that scene.
It's not that you're not built for it. It's that that's not your scene.
It isn't. I now, before she like reaches through the internet and throttles me from Mel, it's not that. I love Enemy. I will be going back every chance I can because I love the vibe there. It's so cool. You could just chill there and play a little bit of ball. But when I'm always there, those players are there to do business. Mm-hmm. Like there were prizes on the line, and these guys, which by the way, I should have bet on Dylan. Because Dilly, of course, won again. The man has got like markers just blessed from the gods. He's the only one who wins more markers than me. It's awesome. And he didn't even win. Like he earned that one. Those guys worked their asses off. But there's a little less patient. And again, they weren't even rude, like nothing like that. But I just can tell like these guys are here to do business. They're not here for my crap. They don't want to tolerate me being weird in the pits. Which is fine. Can't really say I blame them.
I'm trying to find the right words for it because you and I were chatting about this earlier, and it's like it's not that you're there to waste time. It's that you're there to enjoy yourself and
entertain. I'm there to make someone laugh, and they're there to win.
Yeah.
But what I did find is those same guys who were there to win some who won and some who didn't. And these were guys that are really competitive players. I ran into a lot of these guys. I ran into these lads at big games this year. Some of them I ran into at Commando. Some of them I ran into with Saga, and some of them I ran into Adrenaline. And the common thread I heard in all three of those games was, I love going to big games because I can just be a kid and I remember what it was like to play paintball.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's why we do this. And they're out there with speedball guns, whap, and they're just sending paint. Or there's guys pumps and they're all just out there to have a good time. And there's it's that lack of competitiveness, I think. It's there if you're really going for the missions, but it's a fun vibe.
It's what's a good way to put it? Like, trying to explain it is that, yeah, it's the big games are like
family reunion.
Yeah, family reunion, go and hang out, chill, do your own thing. But then, like, the actual competitions, the 3v3s, the 5-mans, the EPPLs, the OPL, the APL, ICPL, all that jazz, all the PLs.
I'm about to say all the ones that have league at the end.
Those are situations. They are events, and gatherings meant to test one's limits and compare it against your fellow competitors.
Baller,
yeah, right. Like, so it's
and it was kind of like we were saying, like, some events are definitely more Brad's scene.
So I enjoy a big game, but I think it's a matter of, like, I enjoy big games. I go out, I have fun, it's a good time. But I also enjoy the energy that comes with the competitions, the level of prep and strategizing and kind of like coming together as a team, being like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we did. Learning, kind of like testing myself, kind of like, because I'm hoping next year, fingers crossed, that I'll be joining a EPPL rookie team. So yeah, because I am not in any. I will never compete on the level of Hustle, or any of those guys. But if I can do a 3v3 or 5v5, like rookie level, where it's just like it's one step above beer league, I think I'll really enjoy that.
Oh, hell, give me the beer league. Just give me the beer league. Give me
100%
on a Sunday afternoon with a barbecue and the kids running around.
Excuse me.
And we just go out.
I'm all for that.
Like, that's all I want.
I'm all for that.
You're more competitive than me.
Right now and I mean, this could change by next year, but right now I personally feel from my self growth that getting more involved in the proper competitive scene is the only way I'm personally going to find myself getting better at paintball. And that's what I need, because I find when I go to the beer league stuff or the big games, I'm comfortable. I'm having a ton of fun. I'm loving life, but I'm comfortable. And it's like, I want that. I enjoy that, but I also want the, like, I want to better myself. I want to be better than last year.
Yeah. Okay. I follow you. You want I follows.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is for me, anyways.
Yeah, and I can't fault anyone for that one. But yeah, it's just a matter, I think, of finding those people, that kind of person for me to play with, that I can really to do that. Anyways, I think that'd be a good idea. I think you'd really enjoy that. Plus, it'd be funny to see you play some 3v3 and EPPL.
I'd have some fun. I'd get absolutely smoked by the boys from Moncton, but that's fine.
I'm
as long as I get one of them, all I have to do is take one of them out, and I'm happy.
Am I willing to pay money? Now, I'm going to ask this. This is a hypothetical. Am I willing to pay money to go to Shittiac to play, and to seriously play, like, not go out there to lose, but go out there to try to win, and barring knowing that I can't win, screwing with every one of them to make somebody on that field laugh?
So that's the That's when you start. That's when you got to walk that tightrope line of going to an event, like you said, to mess with and make them laugh, right? To be a jester, of the field.
Yeah.
But
How bad?
also,
Yeah.
How quickly will the refs pull you from the field for screwing around? Or how
I got to
quickly will your
find 4
team get
guys who are
annoyed?
willing to do it.
Well, that's just it, right?
I got to find 2 other people who are willing to go and do this.
You'd need to find a whole team willing to go purposely lose.
Not purposely lose.
Okay.
We want to win.
Try it.
We want to win, but at the point where someone's there, yeah, I think just screwing with them would be fun. But that's also, again, that's my mentality. I've watched some of those guys and they're wildly, wildly good. And played against some really good people. And it's that seriousness. I just have the inability to take things seriously. And that's my problem, I think, is that I couldn't take it seriously.
And that's where you tread into potentially dangerous waters with certain individuals who don't understand how to take a joke.
Cliff, there were some Cliff, there were some absolutely wild dead man walks at Adrenaline, and I was not involved in them. It was the one lad, he just very calmly sauntered over into their side and just started tapping people. Are you in? Yeah, you're out now. You're out. He goes, I'm not out. He just kept tagging people, and I think the 3rd or 4th one, they lit him up.
Yep.
And he walked off.
Try and win in unconventional ways. Sure.
Yeah. That guy at Street Ball that played with a T15 and was just running.
No, there's no shame in it. Awesome. There's no shame in it, and I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying is when if somebody wants to do what you do and try to pull off your shtick, you got to do it right. Because if you do it right, everybody's laughing, right? It's like a practical joke. A good practical joke, everybody's laughing. If you show up at an event like OPL and you try to run, as you put it, your shtick of the king of paintball, and it does not land perfectly, a lot of people are going to think you're making fun of their dedication, and that's when things can get sour real fast with some of these guys. Because a lot of these dudes go from 0 to 100 over nothing. I know.
Now that's the problem, though.
That's what I mean.
That's the thing, though, because you know that I'm going to find that even funnier, because it's just, to me, it's funny. But again, I don't intentionally go to screw with people, but it's just if I'm out there playing and I see it, I'm going to think it's funny. Like,
no, yeah, it's just really? that you're going to get that, like, that 1 or 2 of those hotheads who are just going to like,
I've run into
at you. And
don't worry, I know who they are, and they know who they are. We've run into each other at the big games. I've run into a few of them. So it turns out I didn't really realize the whole no kings thing.
The what?
Yeah, no kings.
What is that?
The Yanks have a thing about not, the Americans have a thing about not liking kings.
They kind of fought a war over that, didn't they?
Yeah, they kind of didn't like that. And
well, technically they fought the war over taxes. But anyways,
Neb posted it, and why is he the king? And I was like, oh God, no. It never really occurred to me.
Did he post a picture of you? Did Neb try to make you into a
meme? No. He already did last year, but
some of his stuff lands, some of it does not. Sorry, Neb.
Now having run into, I got to meet AJ Corbett face to face for the first time, which was really cool. Nice. I got to see Neb, which really made me happy when I saw him, because it clicked in who he was, and I'm like, mother of God.
Is he short?
No, not really.
No,
I mean, he's no.
I was hoping like I was gonna crack a joke of like all the angry memes are just short man syndrome, but
nope. And nope, that it definitely isn't that. And in real life, he's even sharper, and it's really funny.
Okay. So Ned, maybe you need to don't think your memes through. Just go with your gut. Apparently, if you're sharp in person, go with your gut.
Oh my God, he's funny. Ned was a riot. Traveling with Kat was an interesting experience.
I bet.
That was really fun. Like 10 out of 10 would travel with her again.
Excellent. Good to hear. I love that.
Yep, she definitely she would decide to stay late and party, and I'm like, you know what? The old concerta crash is about to happen here, kids. We are pushing into Russia, and we're going to sleep. It's cold, and Tommy wants to go to bed now. So I jumped in the truck and in the car, and I bombed back to the hotel. And I stumble in, and this is Saturday, and I staggered in, and I'm covered in paint, and I stink. Isn't there a wedding? There's a wedding, and I'm looking around, going, "Oh no!" And I'm like,
No,
I'm
no, no.
dragging in like a and I like just kind of shuffle to the elevator, and then I'm like trying to stab the button, but I'm so tired and I'm so sore. Neb was the parking guy, and nobody ran him over. I was very impressed with all the paintballers.
Excellent.
I was the parking guy at NME, and I was making everyone sign waivers using a whole whack of vulgarity.
Okay.
Sign the waiver, or Mel's gonna hurt me, and then I would just go in nice graphic ways and just get everyone to sign that waiver. If they come on this field, they got to sign a waiver. Even the Prince of Paintball had to have that waiver signed because it's Mel.
Yeah.
They don't mess
Cross
around at
their T's
enemy.
and dot their I's.
And the lowercase j's.
And the lowercase j's.
I'm all over the place, but I was just thinking now. I'm thinking of the Prince. I picked him up Thursday at 4:00. We drove. We ended up at enemy at 8:00 the next morning with no stop. Like, just I stopped at my in-laws for a cup of coffee and a chat for a minute, and we hammered. Still gone?
Yeah, you're good now.
Ah, yay, headphones. That kid can travel.
Excellent.
Like, and then 15 hours back, and I found a new way for us to get home, Bradley.
Yeah, you were
If we
saying you
have to do
found
this.
you found the back roads.
Yeah, well, Norm is not designed for the 401. Norm is
Norm was
designed
built
for the
before the
417.
401.
Correct. He's going to get his springs done. He made it safe. There were some critters that made its way in, but they have been excised, and Norm is going to go get his springs and so kind of come up a little bit more.
Nice.
But that road all the way back was really, really pretty. And again, the boy was just happy as a clam, like all of us with our Game Boys in the backseat, right?
Buddy. Kids don't know how good they have it these days. I was trying to play Game Boy while like leaning to try and catch the street lights as they go by. If you were lucky enough that there was street lights.
Oh yeah, and guess what? There wasn't. There's a long stretch of that highway, Brad. That is.
Yeah, but I find when you take those back roads and you fire up the high beams, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. It's not like on the Trans Canada where it's high beams on, off, because you got, you know what I mean. There's so much traffic coming back at you, and transport trucks like are flashing their beams at you because they're so high up, and yeah. But like you take those back roads, yeah, you just high beams, and it's just you for hours.
Oh yeah, it was just us for 2 or 3 hours just cruising along. It was nice too because it was the day. We only left at like 3:00 Sunday night, so we cruised all the way through. So by the time we hit like Ottawa, it was getting dark. That's the only place we hit traffic. Cliff, yes, that's right. I left my crown in at Adrenaline. So instead of now having they had a prop when you have to run to the top of the castle and grab something and run back. Now they got to run to the top, put the crown on, and run back with the crown and not get shot. Like, thanks, Cliff.
I like.
Oh yeah. That'll be fun to watch. God, enemy. The food was amazing.
It always is.
Like, they had the brisket again.
Oof.
They had the brisket again, and apparently he has never fed a group like the family at enemy. Which now, guess what? If you come back, you're family, so you have to work now. I was a guest last year. This year, I showed up.
You know what? I like that. I like that concept. I mean, you and I, anytime we go anywhere new, the first thing out of our mouth is, "Do you need us to do anything?" So we're expecting to work.
Yeah, and I was so burnt out. God love Mel. They were setting up the field on Friday morning, and I hadn't slept. And it's a big job. Like, it takes Duder 6 hours alone So divide it down. And she's getting the boys to help. And I'm in my trailer and I'm just about to sleep. And I kind of just pull the blanket over my head and pray to sweet God that Mel doesn't start banging on that door because I'm going to go. If she says, get up, like I need help, I'm going to go. But otherwise, I'm going to hope she forgets that I'm there so I can sleep for a couple of hours because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Simon has decided he's going to play John Henry. And he found one of those little, like a rock hammer, like a geode hammer. And he started smashing slate or shale for 2 days. Pink, 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 pink. Apparently at 6:30 in the morning, poor Coogan sleeping in the trailer. Pink, 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 pink. Where he lives, they've been using a jackhammer every day for like the last few months. This morning he wakes up Saturday morning, pink,
pink, sleep, and no, he's the tiniest jackhammer.
Tick, 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 tick. And he worked his way through it. Hands were all blistered. He bashed his fingers like Mel patched him up. Oh,
I love. You know what's funny though is I can absolutely, because both our kids are very similar, but I can absolutely see the young one there hammering away. Hands are blistered. They hurt. They're going to complain and be like, my hands are blistered. I'm like, well, stop hammering. No. And just keep hammering. Like,
no, he didn't complain about the blisters. He complained because he flattened his finger.
Well, I mean, that happens.
Well, right.
And then back to pink, 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 pink.
At one point, so of course, at Enemy, where the trailers are, it's separated by the field itself where they're running the tournament. And then there's the main parking lot, the new house, which replaced the gazebo, which I'm suspicious about that gazebo's death now because that house is really nice. Their new cabin's really nice. Like they did a nice job on it. And so in order to get to where the bouncy castle and everybody in the food was, he would have had to cross the field to play. So now those who know, the prince has been coming to the field for the better part of 5 years now.
Yeah. So
he's turning 8.
He should know his way around a paintball field.
So again, I put his mask on him. I showed him the first, here's your mask. You wear this, you know the deal. He comes out of the gate, takes his mask off on the other side of the net. Doesn't Mel lose it? She said, I watched my club flash before my eyes because all I saw was a little kid come around the corner with no mask on a field to play. And I'm standing there with 2 masks going, Mel. Like 99%, I love this field, but there's that 1% that I'm terrified of you. And if you think I'm going to make that mistake, she points. If she gets real angry, starts pointing at you, you're in trouble. So we didn't risk that. So, you know, like all parents, I if I'm not looking, I wonder what he's up to. And what's cool about him is that he just kind of does his own thing. He's always been like that. At one point, the scorekeepers, the girls, were watching him on the other side of the field because there was a section of net. But on the other 2 sides, it's just woods. So where the net was, like there was a gap. So they're watching Simon, making sure he didn't get within like 50 feet of the net without a mask. Every time he would come around the corner, he'd look around the corner and he was carrying his little mask. And as soon as he got too close, basically his line was the bumper of the truck. And he would stop, and he'd pull the mask on, then he'd go to the net and he'd watch for a while. And then he'd go back to the truck and he'd take his mask off and he'd get his hammer and he'd start hammering again. And the girls said they watched him a couple of times do that, and they knew he was safe because, of course, at Enemy, it's like Moncton, right? It's like home. So they're all watching him. There was like 40 sets of eyeballs on that kid, and thank God there was like 3 or 4 kids. Mars's kid was there. He was just the sweetest thing. Junk's kids were there. Brent's kids were there. So Simon had someone to play with at least.
Good.
So I've got plenty of pictures. Like his jaw just dropped when he sees this like 25-foot inflatable combine. and they're just like, it's like Friday night. And I'm just like, oh, you know, we're just going to putt around. And Brent's like, why don't you just go fire up? It's like 6 o'clock. It's getting dark. 7 o'clock, and there's just like, go inflate it. So we go inflate it, and he goes in, and he's the grossest little gremlin by the end of it. They had the outdoor showers and everything, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get him a shower before we leave. We don't leave till 3, so he's playing in the dirt all morning.
Yep.
So to hell with it. Just left him in the truck dirty. Got him back to his grandparents' house. He goes to crawl into the bed. I'm like, no, boy. You sleep on top of the bed.
We're gonna lay out garbage bags, and you're gonna sleep on those.
He can sleep in the bed. God love the father-in-law.
Grandparents.
His grandfather is so wonderful, and he's like, no. He should sleep in the bed. I'm like, listen, unless you want to burn this bed, let him sleep on top. So the next morning, doesn't he get up and he goes into the living room and sees his grandparents, and I could just hear his grandparents. Oh my God, you're dirty in French. So they're just like downstairs. We're making breakfast. Get yourself downstairs. And in the bath, there's like a brown ring all the way around. It was bad. I was like, oh, I'd say I felt like a bad parent, but he's the weekend at the paintball field and camping. I probably didn't smell like roses either. So I was like,
that's a sign of that's gonna be the new standard now. It's gonna be like, how was your trip? It was ring around the bathtub good.
It's funny that you mention it that way, because when we came home from Rockfest in 2015, so that'd be the year we saw System of a Down and all them, we stopped at my in-laws' place to have a shower. And I jumped out of that shower, and it was same thing, ring around the tub. And that's a good gauge. The boy is living. You know what? And I'm pretty sure the C1D podcast, that must be the Kaiser himself. Next summer, we think we're going to come your way. Wasaga's a little bit of too far of a drive, but
Wasaga's rough. Unless we're flying, Wasaga's is rough.
Truthfully, it's Ottawa is the limit. 12 hours.
Yeah.
After Ottawa, it's another day, and you have to stop. Just doing it one crack. If you go to Ottawa and then you made that last 3-4 hour drive to Adrenaline or to Wasaga, it's not that bad. But anything above 12, man, the hell with that. But again,
even when we did Ottawa, we went to Commando, we stopped. Wasn't that Commando that you and I stopped? And that was like the best thing we ever did.
We did stop. We left the night before, so it was the same amount of travel time, but we stopped. And again, we have the first season of Norm under our belts now. I've refined some things. I've figured some stuff out for optimum travel with the new springs and shocks, and figuring out the hitch system, because since it was built in the late 70s, welcome to the Maritime Pulling a Trailer podcast on 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton. You can't see the face I make every time I do that, but I still make one. He's on the old European system. So the ball isn't a 2-inch ball. It's like a 2 and not 2 1/4, but it's like a real weird number.
It's probably millimeters instead of inches.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's probably millimeters around instead of, yeah.
Yeah. Because the one Zach got for me, it fits perfect. But then the trailer ball, the hitch is too high. So there's a couple things, just little stuff. Limited to 12 hours, anything over that fly. The problem with that is
flying adds extra logistics.
Sucks. I hate it. I love flying. Don't get me wrong, but car rental, airport, flying, kit limitations.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in an airplane with people.
Right. It's for me, it's the added. It's like, okay, cool. Okay, we're gonna drive from, let's say, Moncton to Ottawa, right? It's like, okay, cool. We load up the car and we go. We stop when we want to stop. We gas up when we need to gas up. You know what I mean? You just go. But flying, it's like, okay, we have to be at the airport at this time, and we're gonna fly. And then we gotta go to get a rental, which we have to have back by this time. And then we're gonna go to the hotel, which we have to check out by this time. And if you're not just driving from point A to point B, you're no longer on your own time. You're now on everyone else's time, and it sucks.
You know what we could do, and this is just me spitballing, because when CPX comes back to Adrenaline, I am taking Norm out there, and I am camping there. Or you know what they do? He has a deal with RVEZ. Maybe we can get Lightfoot to drop off that sexy trailer again.
That was so good.
Oh, he'd shoot us. I doubt he'd rent to us again.
We I mean, he might, just for the humor of it. If we go with Lightfoot again, though, I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy a rug, a mat. The fact that the man was mad at us for getting the mat in front of the door dirty, which is the sole purpose of that mat, is to collect the dirt so the rest of the trailer doesn't collect it. Anyways.
Actually, it was, but the thing with RVEZ, and I got to see Mr. Zach. He came and visited me at NME, which got like, I owe the man and his gang an absolute service. I owe them a boon. It's when you rent a trailer, there's the master bedroom. And let it be known that the king does not sleep anywhere but the master bedroom, because I wasn't sleeping on that friggin' bunk. And it was just mostly because
I laid on it. I wouldn't say I slept on it, but I definitely laid on the bunk.
So you told me that, and I felt bad too. Like I sound like I'm being harsh, but I really did.
Who would have thought? Like we didn't know, right? You rented this trailer. It looked beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful trailer. And then it's like, oh, it's got room to sleep like 4 people. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have slept in trailers before. I have slept in the pop-up tent trailer that you can haul behind a car that was made in the 70s, and they're semi-comfortable. Whatever. This thing, I think there's better beds in prison.
It was a sheet of plywood.
Yes.
Zach had the same thing happen to him at D-Day.
Oh.
Which is why he doesn't want to do that either, because that sucks. So when I built Norm, what is the first thing I did?
Oh, buddy, Norm's comfy. I like Norm. I slept great in Norm.
I bought the peanut butter trailer, is what the Sensational Queen called it. And I was like, that's really funny. The peanut butter trailer is really funny. And I put good beds in there. And I sleep, and I mean, I sleep well in that trailer. And so now it's like, we're getting to call Norm and you just fly. Catch a ride with somebody. Get a ride with Kat. Get a ride with someone. Just fly in. I'll tow your gear myself, and then I would just drive. I'd leave an extra day or 2 early so that I can travel along, sleep, because then I want to stay there for a few days and I want to camp. Like I don't know if I'm going to do, with the exception of D-Day, if I'm making when I make CPX next year, I'm staying for a few days. I'm not doing this up and back shit. Like
yeah, no, for sure.
Like,
it
was a brutal week, man.
No, I would much prefer, if I'm going to go somewhere like nowadays, like when I was younger, like the hell with it. Go down Saturday, come back Sunday. You know, but nowadays, like go down Thursday, come back Monday, you know, kind of thing. Like, or even go down Thursday, come back Tuesday. Like
that's where I'm at with it. Like I don't mind leaving Thursday afternoon, Thursday 4 o'clock. And I don't come back until Monday night going into, and I, you know.
Right. Because like realistically, your Thursday and your Tuesday, so your travel days or whatever, Monday, Tuesday, they're dead. They're dead days.
Yeah.
Right. So you actually get Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you actually have a 3-day visit on a 5-day trip. Flying. Now, the only time like flying works is like if you've got, like I flew to, like me and Brittany flew to Newfoundland. I've driven to Labrador. That's a 2-day drive.
No, there is exceptions to every rule.
Yeah, that's where flying makes more sense.
Like we're going to say, like if I somehow had some sort of trauma and decided that I was going to go to Oregon, which is a whole raft of problems, including me getting across a border, and I mean, I would just borrow all my kit. That's all we would do. But speaking of kit, we're going to have a really cool guest come on and talk Angels.
Oh, yeah. That's got to happen. We got to organize that.
Yeah. Well, it's still getting some
camper van. Camper vans are great.
11-passenger van. Again, more than 3 paintballers in a car crossing in a border. Hotels. I damn near rented a Yukon.
Even more than 3 paintballers trying to cross the country.
I was when I flew to Adrenaline, if I hadn't found a hotel, I was gonna rent like a Yukon or like a big ass truck, and I was just gonna sleep in the box. To hell with it. Which is Rhino did that. Point, Rhino slept in his car. Jesus, that was a good idea.
I can't.
Those lads.
I can't sleep in my car.
I can't sleep in a car. I
My
can sleep in a
back,
box
man,
of a
my
truck,
back.
but
I've slept in the cars before, and it's like my legs
sucks.
hurt so much.
Sucks.
Just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
But we're gonna get
Yeah.
Damien on the show,
But yeah, it's
and he's gonna come talk Angels
Yes.
with us, because that thing.
yeah.
Oh, Bradley, it was beautiful. It's exactly wow, and it
Fantastic.
just made that sound. I can't wait to have him back.
Love it. Somebody had mentioned Explore. I think mentioned earlier about Vulcan. I mean, I don't know for sure. Vulcan. So a little while ago, Vulcan had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, Chapter 11 protection. So Chapter 11 bankruptcy is basically what you do with Chapter 11 is you basically go to the government. It's an actual, like, you have to go to like we would go to the CRA. They go to the IRS, right? Or something like that. I think this is how it works. I need an accountant to fully explain it. But basically, you go to an entity of some sort with authority, and you say, look, I owe way too many people way too much money. I can't pay it back right now.
Yeah, so, I know what Chapter 11 is. So Vulcan declared Chapter 11.
Right. So the idea was because what everyone thought was going to happen, including myself, what I thought was happening is they would shuffle around some things, let some people go, maybe sell off some assets, maybe sell off some IP, maybe sell a factory or something.
Call Greg.
Call buddy.
Make
some quick cash.
Some stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Right. Make some quick cash, or restructure the business in such a way that they can go to their creditors and go, "Hey, this is our plan. We'll be able to start paying you back in a year or in 2 years or what, right? Like stand back, hold off. This is the plan. We're going to pay you back." Right. Because it's in the creditor's best interest to look at that and go, okay, we're going to gamble on the 1 year or 2 year plan. Hopefully they come back with us some money rather than them go, I'm not paying you, deal with it.
Yeah.
Vulcan's not coming back. They're done.
They did.
So yeah, they're dead. Apparently, according to Explore, he said reps are currently telling the fields to contact your credit cards companies, decline the last transaction, as in
stop pay,
do a chargeback, stop payment,
chargeback. Yeah, stop payment because you're wasting your money.
Yeah, so Vulcan's dead. She's dead. Now here's the thing: is it could die, quote unquote die, and then come back. That's another thing that you can see happen is a lot of businesses. This is a tricky thing that happens sometimes. I think it's easier to do in the States than it is in Canada. But you can basically go, I'm declaring bankruptcy. Vulcan is dead. And now you open another company with a different name that does the exact same thing.
Colvin. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. So you just kind of flip it and you're like, boom, another business. That's kind of the whole point.
Neclav. Yeah. Neclav.
Doing an LLC, a new company, or incorporating your business. Your business goes down, you don't. Well, to a point, give or take. Now, Thomas Burke says Milsig markers should be toast too, since Vulcan picked them up. Here's the fun fact about those.
Oh, here he goes. Brad loves the legend of Milsig. Tell the story, Bradley, for the kids don't know it.
It was all licensing. Milsig didn't own anything. Milsig went to these factories, basically approach the companies and be like, hey, look what I make. And then a company picks it up and goes, yeah, sweet, awesome. Milsig, done. Vulcan just went and licensed it. They just went to the same factory and was like, yo, we want these to be ours now. We're going to start doing these because Milsig went under, sort of. And Vulcan's like, yeah, we're going to start doing that. We're going to do the M17, one of the most unsuccessful MagFed markers in 2025.
Dude, that thing was... It's still, every time I see one shoot, though, it seems to do, everybody's happy when they have one.
The one problem is what you're seeing, it's the survivor bias. You're seeing the 10% of Milsigs that still work. But there was never a time, okay, do you think the T-15's bad?
Oh, no.
I played with a couple of guys regularly that we traveled regularly for MagFed games that they only shot Milsig. They always had problems. They would always go down. At one point, his M17, no, it's not his SMG. He had a Milsig SMG, which was supposed to be the latest and greatest thing. Here's the other thing weird about licensing is You'd think, hey, Milsig, you make a bunch of different markers under the M17 model, and they all use the same mag. So if you're going to create a new marker, you'd think you'd use the same mag, right? No, entirely different mag construction with a different mag well with a different mag connection. Like you could not make them work together. They literally used an entirely different design.
Oh, was that from the round collar to the square collar?
No, those were convertible. You could actually pull the collar off and put a new collar on.
Okay.
This was an entirely different shaped mag with a different head. It was like, imagine the best equivalent I can give you is imagine if you had nothing but M17 mags, and then suddenly Milsig decided to put out a new marker, and it looked like a T15 mag, like flat on the top.
Oh,
yeah, except it was weird. It was so weird. And these Milsig, these SMG mags looked closer to like Tipex mags.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen. Clearly somebody just saw like something at a factory or something and was like, oh yeah, I want that. I'll do a licensing deal. I don't like Milsig. Anyways, where's it going with this?
That was my first MagFed marker experience. Was I bought Milsig and I learned my mistake.
Oh, the SMG. It would regularly jam its bolt into the barrel. So we would be in the middle. We'd be in a firefight, shooting like boom, 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 and then all you hear is psh, like a bunch of air leaking out, and Buddy's smashing the butt of his marker off of a bunker because it was the only way to get the bolt to disengage and go back into the marker was to beat the hell out of it.
Good God.
Yeah, Milsigs were not great. Now they were also early days of MagFed, so I mean there are room to grow.
Somebody had to walk before.
Somebody had to walk before everyone else could run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fair.
So Vulcan picking that up and being like, "This is our new MagFed marker," and it was like, "Why?"
Where is the Ripsaw plans? Somebody get a hold of the Ripsaw plans and release them.
Nah, that Ripsaw was never going to get off the ground.
Yeah, but now we can make a Naklev Ripsaw.
Nakva.
It's a Nakva Ripsaw.
No, it's a Naklev. Yeah, Naklev. You had it right.
Naklev.
Naklev. I like that. I had to write it down on a piece of paper.
I'm glad that my wit outsmarted you and you fooled me, you bastard.
You gotta do it the other way around too. Ripsaw would be Wasper. You need the Naklev Wasper. It's almost close. Could be like the Wasp. Anyways, the Ripsaw dead in the water. I think it was dead in the water to begin with. I don't think it was ever.
I don't think it was ever coming out. I was starting to think it was Duke Nukem forever.
No, because here's the thing: is like all the MagFed stuff, as fun as it is, and I know the MagFed players are super hardcore into it, and I'm not dissing you guys, but what I'm saying is that a lot of this MagFed stuff, you are like 4% of the actual customer base. The rest is law enforcement.
I think what's funny is that when I started, you were the MagFed guy.
Sure.
Like when I started, you were the MagFed guy.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're like,
I learned. I grew up. I was in denial.
I did run into. There were some mag lads there at NME this weekend, not playing. They had I think somebody brought something for Nightball, and we got a couple games in, but everybody was so tired from the tournament that they're like, nah. I did get to play a couple rounds, and I got smoked by this young couple, and then they disappeared. So you're welcome, brother. You're welcome, brother. Winning is a hell of an aphrodisiac, let me tell you.
C1D, get them, boys. Just kidding. You're not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. That's why I have a radio show.
Hey, they got a show.
But I have a radio show. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just picking at him. But no, I think C1D understands what I'm coming from. Is that like MagFed paintballers? Not a lot of them. The very obnoxious ones are like, how come First Strike isn't doing this, that, and the other thing for the paintball community? It's like, because you don't actually exist to them.
Oh,
you're not even on their radar. You don't make them any money. I'm sorry. They love you and you're great, but it's more like you're like the adorable, cute little brother of their best friend.
You really were politically correct on that answer. Radio. Yeah, like radio. Wait.
was a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It is a great movie, isn't it? The
Ed
acting's
Harris is
fantastic.
awesome.
But yeah, the Megfed guys, yeah, like you just don't make the Megfed.
I thought that was a biography about Cuba Gooding Jr. I saw his acting.
Savage.
Says the guy with no Oscar and no career, right? Like,
what is it? It's like it's who was comparing it? There was a comedian talking about something. It was like, it was people. Oh, I lost it now. I lost it. But anyway,
wow,
it ended up,
what a car wreck that was.
Yeah, it was garbage. The whole punchline is the fact that it ends up being like a 200 or 300-pound man sitting on his couch shirtless, eating chips off his own stomach, saying that it's like some beauty pageant looks fat or something like that was the whole thing.
Okay.
Thomas Bork says, I'm right. Can we get that? Can we screenshot this, chat? Is that what the young kids say? Clip this, chat.
Yeah. Make sure you get the video too, so it's the right Thomas Bork. Put me in that.
Explorer says maybe that battery-powered gun cost too much. No way. Not with if you've got Milwaukee busting out like all-day battery for an impact drill. There's no way that Vulcan was running into problems with battery. My guess is that they were using a proprietary battery connection of some sort instead of going with like something that already exists. Yeah.
Something like that.
They were going with a proprietary battery tech. Not tech, is a lithium battery, but a proprietary connector. So you have to buy the batteries from them because that's how you make money long-term from law enforcement contracts.
How much lead is in Explorer's water where he lives? I need to know what the lead content is for
why
this.
Because how long till Lux decides to make a Megfed gun?
He's clearly suffered some kind of brain damage because I would love to see a Lux Megfed marker.
No,
I would love to see it.
It would just end up being like when Ferrari. Oh,
yeah,
God,
it'd be like it'd be like a die-dam, but like a Ferrari. Yeah,
it's like that's like when Lamborghini was like, hey, you know what we should do? We're known for our beautiful, sleek supercars. We should make an SUV.
Ford made the SUV. Yeah, sorry, when Ford made the Mustang an SUV. Yeah.
Going the other way, which was actually really badass, was when Dodge looked at the minivan and went, "We should put a Hellcat in that."
For just a hot second, I thought you were going to say something about an Aztec, and I was just going to disconnect.
The Aztec.
You know what was really awesome was the Pontiac Aztec.
It's some designer somewhere was like, I was watching my son play a PlayStation 1 game, and I thought, you know what? A car only needs 4 angles. like that's it.
I don't know what C1D's calling brilliant. I'm terrified now. Apparently we're savants. Maybe that's what it is.
Lamborghini did an SUV. Yes, they did. I don't know how long the delay is for him, so I don't know if he sees that. Anyways,
I had no idea that Lamborghini made a minivan or made an SUV.
They made an SUV. Yeah, they did. It's not an ugly SUV, but it's like, why would you buy an SUV from Lamborghini? You would, if you're gonna buy a minivan, you buy the Caravan. Come on, it's like it's the minivan.
The absolute
right?
What? I'm glad that I caught myself because there's a whole bunch of expletives coming out of my mouth. What is this?
It's
Urus.
Yeah.
That's spelled URUS.
Yeah.
Urus. Yeah. That's the sound you make when you throw up and crap yourself at the same time.
What that is that's I have too much money and I have to take my kids to soccer practice, and I want the other soccer moms to know that I'm better than them.
$275,000.
That's too much. It's so
for something that's called an Urus, which is close to.
Yep.
It's first. It's a people carrier. It's a people producer. $250K US. Yeah, you're right.
So it's about 320 Canadian. You imagine 320,000. It's like, what should I buy? Should I buy a new house? No, I should buy a minivan or an SUV made by
a Lambo
Lamborghini.
SUV.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dumb. So dumb.
It's ugly.
Yeah. So Vulcan's
ugly.
done. Vulcan's dead. Bye, Vulcan. Frankly, honestly, to be totally honest with you, except for their paint, I don't know if they actually made money with the rest of their business. Nobody used Vulcan guns. Why would you use a Vulcan marker? Honestly, right? And then I mean, they made okay soft goods. Their masks were garbage. So, yeah. So we got about a minute and a half or 2.5 minutes.
And on that depressing bombshell, we'd like to thank
Actually,
you all for visiting and hanging out with us. 2.5 minutes. We can ramble our way out the door.
Yeah.
Like Maritimers, we need to take a little longer to say goodbye because, we got to go around.
Well, you got to say goodbye in the living room. Then you got to say goodbye while you're getting shoes on. Then you got to say bye in the doorway. Then you got to say bye at the car.
So I had a thought, and I was going to turn my camera because I've got a pile of onions I got to caramelize. So I damn near just turned the camera, and I was just going to hang out in my kitchen.
I love that.
Might do that next week. Find something to make.
Yeah,
I'm going to miss graffiti. You know what, Explorer, you're right.
Nope.
Oh, come on. The greatest of Sunday.
Gone downhill. 5-6 years ago, graffiti was great.
Yeah, when I started, I loved graffiti. I don't think I've used it in a couple of years either.
Nah. Oh, my back hurts.
Oh, you have a bag of $100 for a bag of graffiti. Wait a few months. Wait a few months. Let it age a little bit. Let it get ripe.
Yeah.
Get that smell of old paint in your car. Yeah.
Hard no. Yeah. What do we got coming up? I don't think we have really anything coming up. I mean, you've got some stuff coming up, but I don't. I'm stuck this weekend and next. So.
Oh, this weekend at Moncton Paintball, we've got Airsoft on Sunday, and then walk on after. Then the following week, I think it's Last Man Standing. We'll get the show in one sec here. We've got the 26th, which is the mech ball tournament, which is going to be wild. Everybody, make sure you go check out the Building Paintball Facebook page. There's always some cool stuff happening there. Plus, you can always find new markers to get for a reasonable price. Don't forget to check out Paintball Dirt, doing the Lord's work, getting us the best little newsletter, and it's always cool to get. It's fun to get news in the mail still. And also VPL, who have cracked the code. You want to get kids to play paintball? You want to start them with video games, and it's so much fun. And it's a very active community. Those guys are really, really fun, really nice folks. They're always accepting new people in, which is wicked to do. Do me a favor and maybe check out the C1D podcast and send them nudes.
Send them nudes. As in noodles. He means send them ramen.
Oh, yeah. All of it. I want the spicy stuff, the Bulldog stuff, Care of the Kaiser. Like the stuff with the little panda on it that will just burn your urus out.
Oh God, no! I've tried that. I got that as a birthday gift once. So bad.
The black noodles.
I couldn't
bags?
taste anything.
So
yeah,
good.
I couldn't taste anything.
So
it was
good.
so bad. So, yeah. Anyways, on that bombshell, folks, we gotta go. We're out of here. Sorry, I lost track of time for a minute and a half. All right, folks, it's been a blast. Thanks for hanging out with us, chit-chatting, liking, sharing, and all that jazz. And of course, go follow all of our fantastic sponsors and follow us on social medias: TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all that jazz. It's been fun, folks. Until next week. Cheers.
Toodles.